Hello, good morning, students. I welcome you all in this e-learning session. We are dealing with English text, so maximum portion or the lessons, whether it is prose, poetry, or writing skill section or the novel section. Okay, maximum all are covered. So you might be thinking as to what kind of format uh, the HSC board has, or the 12th standard English activity sheet. So before I begin with the format or the question paper of English, let me first tell you the lessons or the poems which are omitted from your text. So if you look at the prose section, that lesson 1.5, the new dress, has been omitted, means that will not be there for your examination. Then 1.7, why we travel, that also lesson has been omitted. Then poetry 2.7, she walks in beauty, and 2.8, small towns and rivers. So from prose section, two lessons, and from poetry section, two poems have been omitted. Means those lessons, those poems are not going to come for your boards. But whatever activities are there at the back of the lessons or the poems, that is there for your self study. Now, before I begin with the format, before I begin to analyze the format, first I will tell you the distribution. Okay. Now, if you look at this slide there, you'll find prose section, it is for 34 marks. Okay. And marks with options 34. Poetry 14, marks with options 14. Writing skill 16, and marks with options 48. So there are many options, or we can say or, no? Write email or write report, like that. Many options will be there for you. So that writing skill section carries 16 marks, and fourth is novel as a genre. That also carries 16 marks, marks with option 60. Then below that, they have given distribution of marks as per the questions in the activity sheet. The type of questions, objective type questions will be for 18, short answers type will be for 36 marks, long answer type will be of 26 marks. So the tables are given as to how that activity sheet of English has been distributed. Okay. Then name of the questions, that a chart is also given as per the objectives in the activity sheet. Knowledge and understanding 33 marks, application 23, skills 11, and creativity 13, like that. So you can study that chart. Then next we move on to the activity sheet format. Means now here we are going to analyze. Now if you want, you can write there, no, as you are listening to me, I will tell that what sort of questions are going to come, what sort of activities are going to come as far as that particular question is concerned. Okay. Now in section 1, that is the prose section, you'll find reading for comprehension, language study, summary, mind mapping. All these things are going to be checked. So it carries 16 marks. Now see, in question first A, they will ask you to read the extract and complete the activities given below. That passage which will be there, it will be of 275 to 300 words. Okay. Now, see activity 1, global understanding. Means what? It carries 2 marks. If you want, you write. Global understanding means overall understanding of the extract. You have to understand the extract. What is there in the extract? That you'll have to understand. So, overall understanding of the extract, message. What is the message of that extract? Theme. What is the theme, central idea, or the gist? Gist is also the central idea. Then, what sort of activities will come in activity 1, that is global understanding. Okay. Now see, true or false. If you want, you write true or false, correct statements, give correct reasons, complete, fill in the blanks, sequencing. So all these type of activities will come in the activity number 1. That is the first question. That is global understanding. So you'll have to practice all sorts of activities. Then activity 2, that is complex factual. Now it also carries 2 marks. Facts are scattered in the extract. Whatever the facts are there in the extract, they are scattered, means they are not at one place. Then the activities related to activity 2, that is complex factual, is web, then flow chart, then complete the table, match, complete the sentences, select alternatives, etc. Okay. So all sorts of activities will come in activity 2. Then activity 3, that is inference, interpretation, analysis. Now this question also carries 2 marks. Now inference means what? Deduce. Deduce is arrive at by reasoning or draw a logical conclusion. So deduce and infer meaning is same. That is guessing. You can guess also. They may ask you to guess, or they may ask you to infer or deduce, or you can draw a logical conclusion, or to take out the meaning according to the text or extract. So you have to take out the meaning of the text or extract. Then interpretation. Interpretation means to interpret. In simple words, what do you understand or come to know after reading the text or extract? That is interpretation. Then analysis. Analysis meaning is detailed study from all angles, dividing in parts, or we can say dissection. Now, what sort of activities may come in activity 3? That is web diagram, you know that, or flow chart, complete the table, match, complete the sentences, select alternatives. So all these activities are there in your textbook, no? So you have to practice more, okay? Web, flow chart, complete the table, match, all these things you will have to practice, or they may give you one line from the passage and then you have to analyze it, or you have to tell the hidden meaning of that particular line. Then activity 4, personal response, that you know, means the question is asked to the students and you have to answer personal response questions in 5 to 6 sentences in your own simple English, that is called personal response. Now, what sort of questions may come in activity 4, that is personal response, that is expressing views. They may ask you to explain your views, okay, or opinions, ideas, similar situations, imagining, okay. So in the personal response they will ask you about your views regarding that passage or any character, or your ideas. They will ask you to write your ideas or imagine. They may also ask you to imagine. Then what sort of activities? Self experience. They may ask you to give your self experience or parallel experience, expressing views, opinion, ideas, reaction, response, you agree, disagree, suggestions, solutions, remedies, measures, steps, draw conclusion, give reason, impact, influence, effect, comment, criticize. So all these type of activities come under personal response. So you will have to practice it so that you will be able to attempt that personal response question in your own simple English, and that it should be of 5 to 6 lines maximum. Then we move on to next, that is activity 5, that is language study. Now in language study it will be textual, extract grammar. They may ask you grammar sentences. So in language study, two activities will come of 1 mark each. Okay. Then pick out the correct alternative. The activity may be pick out the correct alternative, or they may ask you do as directed, or transformation of sentences. For example, articles, preposition, conjunction, or change the tense, direct, indirect. So these are the language study activities which will come. Then activity 6, vocabulary, again 2 marks, two activities of 1 mark each. Now here they may ask you word register, you know that, word register, or there may be a crossword puzzle, or there may be a riddle, or fill in the blanks, or find a word, or match, or word type, or form. So these are the activities related to vocabulary. Then we move on to next one, that is B section, that is language study, that is non-textual grammar. In that B1, do as directed, transformation of sentences. Oh, you know that there are different grammar sentences, and then you have to transform them, no? There may be about tenses or about articles or any other type of grammar, change the voice or direct, indirect. So all sorts of transformation of sentences are there, and then you have to transform according to the sentence which is given. Or B2 is the spot the error. Now if you go back to your textbook of 11th standard, you will find on page number 22 how to spot the error. Means the sentence will be given and there may be a smaller mistake, error in the in that particular sentence. Then you have to find out, and then in your answer you have to write the correct sentence, that is spot the error. So if you look at the slide, you'll find question first A is of 12 marks, and question first B will be of 4 marks. So that is total is 16 marks. Question first A and B carries 16 marks. Then we move on to next. That is question second A. Again, there is a passage, but it is unseen. Means it will be out of the textbook. The length is same, 275 to 300 words. Then questions to be asked, that is global understanding, format is same as that of question first A. That is overall understanding of the extract, message, theme, gist, etc. So you have to read in such a way, you have to read that passage in such a way that you should understand it. Okay. So if you understand the passage properly, then you will be able to attempt those answers properly. Okay. Now, some students have the habit of copying the lines as it is. Don't copy the lines as it is. If you copy the lines as it is, it may reduce your marks. So see that you alter whenever you write, solve those activities. You will try to alter those lines. You have to write them in your own simple English. Okay. Now, global understanding questions will be based on understanding of the extract, then message, theme, gist. Such type of activities will come. Then activity two, that is complex factual. You know that facts are scattered in the extract. You have to find them and then write those complex factual type activities. Then activity three is inference, interpretation, analysis. That is to deduce, or you have to come to a conclusion, or you may guess or infer, or to take out the meaning according to the text or the extract. Means you have to go deep into the passage and then you have to take out the information which is important given in that passage. This is interpretation. Interpretation means to interpret, or what do you understand or come to know after reading that particular extract or the text. Then analysis, that is the detailed study from all angles. You have to study that passage from all angles, dividing in parts, or you have to do the dissection work. Okay. Then A4, personal response. Again, in personal response, you will have to express your views, your opinions, your ideas, or similar situation, or they may ask you to imagine. Okay. Then activity 5, that is language study. It may be textual, extract, grammar. So there will be two activities, 1 mark each. And then activity 6, it is vocabulary. Okay. That is two activities, 1 mark each. That is find out the word from the passage which mean similar words, or like that activities will come related to the vocabulary, or they may ask you to match the words with their meaning. Okay. Now, if you look at question number 2B, summary writing. In my previous videos, I have told you how to write a summary, proper summary. You can go on YouTube and watch my videos which I have uh, given as to how to write a proper summary. That is, if you go back to your textbook, section number 3, page number 135, you will get detail as to how to write a summary. Or you can go on YouTube. There are many videos on which you can learn how to write a proper summary. Okay. Now they may ask you, write a summary of the above extract with a suitable title with the help of given points and hints. Okay. Now they will give you, the passage will be given, and with the help of passage you have to summarize it and they will also give you points. So with the help of the points, you have to write a summary. So covering all points means your summary should cover all the points, important points given in that particular extract. Then language and vocabulary and grammar, all these things will be checked. After writing summary, they will check whether you have covered all the points or not. 1 mark is allotted for that. Language and vocabulary 1 mark, and grammar 1 mark. So last till last year they were giving marks for title. 1 mark was allotted for writing a appropriate title. But now from this year, no marks will be given for the title. But you should write. You have to write the proper title. So 3 marks are there for summarizing. 1 mark is for covering all the points. 1 mark is there for language and vocabulary. See what type of vocabulary you use. Means are you adding your own words in that vocabulary, or grammar, whether your sentence structure is proper or not. So if you go on page number 135 of your textbook, that is 3.1, you will understand how to write a proper summary, or you can watch my videos on YouTube also. Okay. Then question number second C, you'll have uh, mind mapping. Okay, this is new for you. But we have some teachers of our college, they have um, taught you, no, through lectures. Okay, you can again go on YouTube and find out mind mapping. Okay, now here mind mapping is on page number 141, 3.2. No, mind mapping. Now unseen extract. See what type of question will be there for mind mapping. Develop a mind mapping or frame a design using your ideas, thoughts, concepts, to illustrate and develop on the given topic. Now what is mind mapping? Mind mapping is a graphical way to represent ideas and uh, concepts. So you have to represent mind mapping in a, what we can say, table form or chart form. It is a form. It is in the form of a chart. Okay. Now, what is mind mapping? Why should I use it? Okay. See now how it is made. What are mind maps? Now, what is mind map? Mind map is nothing but chunks. No, subject is divided into chapter, then chapter into topics and subtopics. So the concept or the definition of mind mapping, it is like a chain, no? Or your brain is not a refrigerator. Now, why do we want to mind map? Why this question is added in the your question paper? Because mind map helps us to understand particular topic or particular subject easily. It becomes easy when you mind map any topic or subject which you find difficult. It becomes easy to understand. Okay, why? Because excuse me, brain is not a refrigerator. See, sequence data in order. If you sequence the data information in order, brain becomes happy. Your brain becomes happy when you provide information in the form of mind map. So mind mapping helps brain to store information in a radiant manner, and it helps brain to unlock its potential. Now, okay, question is given there, you'll have to attempt that mind mapping. But in general, in our life, when we find some subject or topic difficult, if you mind map that, then it will be easy for us. Okay. Now, I'll just give you example as to what type of question may come. They will give you points on mind mapping and they will ask you to add sub points. Okay. For example, the topic may be given as to prepare a mind map or frame or design a mind map to show benefits of reading. This type of question may come. Just for example, to show benefits of reading. And then they will give you points in the question paper. Now, first point, understanding great people, great ideas. Topic is benefits of reading. And then point number one will be understanding great people, great ideas. Second point, effective communication. That is, reading helps effective communication, prevention of memory loss. It prevents us from memory loss, prevention of hopelessness and depression. Prevention of hopelessness and depression. Fourth point, relaxation of mind, brain, sharp critical thinking, concentration, enrich vocabulary, food for brain, reduce stress. Excuse me. So all sorts of points will be given. You have to make a table or chart or like a web diagram, and then inside it you can write benefits of reading, and then you can draw branches, no? And you can write those topics which I have told you now, and then you can add sub branches to it. Okay. Like first, if you draw like a web and then you write in the middle benefits of reading, and then you draw a branch, understanding great people, great ideas. So you can draw sub branch also, and then you can add more information about that particular point which is given. So that is called mind mapping. Then next, if you see section 2, that is poetry, question third A. Read the extract and complete the activities given below. It carries 10 marks. So the poem will be of 10 to 15 lines. Okay. Now in that, first, global understanding, excuse me, or we can say complex factual. Then activity 2, inference interpretative analysis, and it carries 2 marks. Activity 3rd, personal response, poetic device, and creativity. That is composed 2 to 4 lines. Now, I'll just tell you what sort of activities may come. Change of idea. They may give activity based on change of idea, or lines that can be composed from given words, or they will give you words. You have to compose lines with the help of those words, or rewrite the stanza by changing the underlined words, or they may underline last words and then they will ask you to change them, or they may ask you to compose another line to rhyme with the given line, or add 2 to 3 lines by changing the idea, compose 2 lines with similar figure of speech, or use a rhetorical question in any of the lines. So all types of activities may come in this poetry section, that is question third A, or change the words. They may ask you to change the words or rewrite the following stanza, replacing the underlined words, or add 2 to 3 lines and make a different ending to the, excuse me. So you have to practice these activities, okay? Then one more question is there, that is question third A, that is appreciation. Read the extract and write as per the instructions. Scene extract of 10 to 15 lines from another poem. Means another poem will be there, and you have to appreciate the poem. Appreciate means to find out the good qualities from the poem. That is, read the extract and write an appreciation of the given poem, and then they will ask theme and central idea of the extract or the poem. What is the theme of that poem? You have to write it. Or type. What type of poem, language, stylistic features of the given extract? What are the features? What type of language is used? Or what is the type of the poem? It will be a second point. Third point, personal response and your opinion. They will ask you for your personal response about the poem. It carries 1 mark. So 4 marks are there for appreciation. First 2 marks are there for theme, central idea. Then next 1 mark is for language or features of that poem, and last 1 mark is for your opinion or personal response. So that way you have to appreciate the poem. Then poetry is a special genre, no special type. Now, why do we study poetry? For enjoyment, excuse me, for rhythm, recitability, universality, ambiguity, and imagery. And it invokes divergent thinking. So, poetry is a special genre. Now, what are the effects of poetry? Imagination. Okay, when we read poem, any poem, we imagine. Okay, then it is for vividity, variety, creativity. We read poetry for creativity, and it also provokes thought. Means when we read any poem, we start thinking. Okay, and then emotional response. We respond emotionally, and the subject matter style. Now, why evaluation? Why we evaluate poem? To know learners' ability. Now, why these questions are there in poetry? Global understanding, analysis, personal response, poetic devices, creativity, appreciation. Now, why these things are there? To know learner's ability means they want to know whether the student has understood the poem or not. Then to eradicate means to remove teacher's subjectivity. Third, to accept out of the box means you are free to write these activities in your own words. Means you can go out of the box thinking. You can think out of the box. And last, to look for creative use of language. Means you have to use the language creatively. Okay, that is why there are questions like creativity, compose 2 to 4 lines, like that. Okay, so uh, in today's lecture we have discussed section 1 prose and section 2 poetry. We have analyzed, no, the board pattern. Then in my next lecture we will see writing skills. What sort of writing skills are going to come, and also we are going to see section 4, no, that is section 4 is the novel section. Then we will also discuss what sort of questions will come in the writing skill as well as section 4, that is the novel. Okay, so we will stop here. Thank you very much for listening. Have a good day.